Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Super Dark Times. Teenagers Zach and Josh have been best friends their whole life, but when a gruesome accident leads to a cover-up, the secret drives a wedge between them and propels them down a rabbit hole of escalating paranoia and violence. I saw this movie because, like many others, I have TikTok, and I saw this movie everywhere. Everybody was talking about how good it was and how it was one of their favorites and how it's an overlooked movie that's currently on Netflix, and I gave it a chance, and honestly, it's really good. I don't think it's a perfect movie by all means, but I think it's very enjoyable, and one of the first reasons why I think it's so enjoyable is because it gets going very fast. I think the pacing gets a bit weird towards the end, but I really do think that the beginning just starts very fast, and I think that that's something that you would want in a movie, and this one does it very well because you get to establish the characters before something traumatic happens, and then this really big accident happens, and you're like, holy crap, how are they gonna get out of it? And you're very invested in the story. And like the title says, this movie is very dark and it is very gruesome, and I was not scared by it, but I was disturbed by it, which I think are two completely different things, and disturbing is definitely a word I would say to describe this movie, and I think in the dark category it did a pretty good job. I really liked how they developed the characters too. Like I said, we do get to see a little bit of before the incident and then after, and you get to see how these characters connect with the other characters, and I think that that really helped the movie at the end because when things were happening you cared for them, and it was a kind of a thing where you put yourself in their shoes and you'd be like, what the hell would you do? Because what happens is crazy and it really messes them up, and honestly I feel very bad for these people. Also, this movie plays a whole lot with the wrong place at a wrong time, because if they would have just not done one little tiny thing, everything would have been fine. Also, this movie has really great acting. I had never seen any of the cast members before, but they were all extraordinary, especially our two main leads, Owen Campbell and Charlie Tahan. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that name, but they were both really well, especially Charlie. He did such a good job, and his character goes through a lot in the movie and changes a lot, and that goes for both of them, but I would say that his character changes the most, and boy do you see that change, and he is amazing in this movie, and I would really love to see them in other stuff. Again, this is the first time I've seen them, so I'm not familiar with their other work. They were great, and I'm sure they're going to have a great future. I also think this movie is really good with imagery and symbolism. After the movie ended, me and my friend, we were looking up a bunch of videos trying to decipher what this meant and what this didn't, and I love doing that with movies, and movies that really pay attention to the scene and don't just place things because, oh, it looks nice, are some of my favorites, because you really get to understand that this filmmaker was taking good care of the movie, and there's a lot of symbolism that goes with this movie, and it's fantastic, guys, and the theories surrounding the movie are also really awesome, and I think the ending also paid off. I really enjoyed the ending. I would say it was just a tad bit maybe predictable in some parts, but I still enjoyed the ending and I had fun, and then the last scene was cool too. I really enjoyed that, and that's where a lot of the theories come from, and a lot of me just looking up on YouTube for Dark Times Ending Explained, because those are always very fun to watch. The directing of this movie is also really awesome. It's very nicely shot. I really like the visual style of the movie, and this is also in the 90s, and you get a lot of 90s aesthetic, and for this being a 2017 movie, they got the aesthetic correctly, and it really felt like it was a movie made at that time. Honestly, I would say my only negative with this movie is I feel like at some parts it does get boring in my opinion, and it does get cliche-y. This is kind of like a coming of age, but obviously gone wrong. I think sometimes it does fall into those cliches, and you kind of know what's gonna happen in a way, and you kind of know where these characters are gonna go, and that kind of falls with the predictability factor. But I think just what hurt the movie the most for me was sometimes it felt boring and I wasn't that invested in it. I know I said the movie starts really fast, and it is, I would say, a pretty good paced movie, but I really think some parts I was just bored, and it kind of dragged a little bit in my opinion at times. But again, I still think this is an awesome movie, and I'm going to give this movie a B. Yeah, I really liked this movie. I thought it was really awesome, and I think you guys should check it out and let me know what you guys thought about it. And if you have seen the movie, please let me know down below what you guys thought about it, because I really enjoyed this movie. Thank you guys so much for watching today's review, and as always, if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know down below. I have a long list of movies to watch actually this week so that I can do some reviews for you guys, so a lot of reviews are coming very soon, and I'll be sure to see you guys next time. Bye guys!